Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Friday First Cut series. I am Nidhi Manchanda, a certified financial planner and head of training and development at Financial Hospital. In today's video, we will talk about money ratios. Money ratios are the starting point to understand your financial health. We will see three such important money ratios that all should be aware of. And these are, first one is liquidity ratio, second one is solvency ratio, and third one is debt to income ratio. Now let us do a quick financial health check by using these three ratios. The first one is liquidity ratio. Now what does this mean? This ratio basically indicates the person's ability to meet his or her expenses in case of loss of income. Loss of income could be because of any reason like job loss or hospitalization. So basically what we need to find out in this ratio is for how long your money will last or for how many months your money will last if all your sources of income stops. Now let us see how to calculate liquidity ratio. What is the formula for this? So liquidity ratio equals to your liquid assets divided by your monthly expenses. Liquid assets are basically the investments which can be converted into cash immediately. Now the examples could be the money which is lying in your saving bank account, or you have some fixed deposits, or you have some liquid mutual funds, or also cash. So total all your liquid assets and divided by your monthly expenses. The answer to this ratio should be at least 6, which means that at least 6 months of expenses should be there with you as liquid assets. Now let us take an example. Let's say you have 2 lakh rupees as liquid assets, which could be a combination of fixed deposit or saving bank account or your liquid mutual funds, and your monthly expenses, let's say, is 50,000. So how will you calculate this ratio? 2 lakhs, that is your liquid assets, divided by 50,000, which is your monthly expenses. So you will get an answer as 4, which means you have 4 months of expenses as liquid assets, which is not an ideal ratio. Like I said, you should have at least 6 months of expenses as liquid assets. So this should be at least 6. Having a ratio of 4 is actually less. If your ratio is less than 6, then you should start saving to accumulate a corpus which would actually last you at least 6 months of expenses. Second important ratio is solvency ratio. In very simple terms, it indicates your ability to repay your existing liabilities. As we progress in life, we create a lot of assets. And most of the times while creating these assets, we take a lot of loans as well. And in many cases, the amount of asset is less than the amount of liabilities. What we need to make sure is that our liabilities don't exceed our assets. Now let us see how to calculate solvency ratio. What is the formula? So solvency ratio is nothing but your net worth divided by total assets. Net worth, as we all know, is assets less liabilities. So when we calculate our ratio, we'll get a number, and this number should be more than 50. It is important to note that this ratio should never be negative, and as I said, that anything above or equal to 50 is considered as good. Now let us take an example to understand this better. Let's say you have an asset worth 5 crores and you have a loan or liabilities worth 2 crores. So asset 5 crores, liabilities 2 crores. Your net worth will be asset minus liability, which is 3 crores. Now when we calculate solvency ratio, we have to use a formula, net worth divided by total assets. Here in this case, your net worth will be 5 minus 2, which is 3 crores, divided by 5 crores, which is your total assets. So the answer will come around 60%, which is good. Now coming to the last ratio, the third money ratio, which is debt to income ratio. It is used to estimate as in what percentage of your income you should use to pay your EMIs. We understand that it looks tempting to buy stuff on loans and enjoy using it. but one should be very, very careful to not go overboard with loans. The best way to keep this in check is by using this ratio. Now let us see how it is calculated. The formula is EMIs divided by monthly income. And this EMIs, it should include all your EMIs, your maybe home loan EMI, your car loan EMI, or any personal loan EMI. So all the EMIs in total should be in the numerator, and you divide it by your monthly income. The answer to this ratio should not exceed 50%. For example, if you are earning an income of 50,000, then your EMI outgo should not exceed 25,000. This will give a solid approach to your finances. I hope it is clear. You should use these three money ratios to know where you stand and then take a quick decision to move closer to optimum levels. For any further query, feel free to speak to any of our finance experts to get a detailed finance health checkup for yourself.